Hi, I'm Lacey. Been involved with JDRF for quite a while now. My son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 2 years old, and I was diagnosed with type 1 when I was 6 years old. So we've been at this for quite a while. Much has changed since we were both diagnosed. When I was diagnosed, we had just moved away from reusable needles and syringes, and we were testing our our urine sugar in test tubes, which became really hot and burned. Fortunately, that era is over as of a while ago, but things have changed in terms of the ability to live a long, healthy life with type 1 diabetes, as we all know. My son is one of those people, no complications. He was diagnosed at age 2, as I said, and he's now 25. So it's been, fortunately, a much different path for him than it had been for me. I'm a mother of 2, and I have a puppy. So mother of 3, live in New York City, and am still involved with JDRF, but I work in fundraising for the University of Cambridge in the UK, but I do it here in the United States for all of our alums. I was very involved with Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation on the research side with the lay review committee for many years, and learned so much about the science, which I absolutely lived for, to know what was going on with the research and how quickly it was progressing. I was having at the same time asymptomatic lows that really put me at danger. I totaled a car. I oftentimes couldn't tell whose pump I was looking at, my son's or my own. When I was low, I would get confused about who I should dose, and it became really dangerous. And the research I was working with, a lot of that was about the beginning of islet cell transplantation. So the researchers were saying, you know what, the story you have is really, you're kind of the perfect candidate because you get these lows you can't feel. And we really think you would be somebody we'd consider for our trial if you want to think about it. So knowing these researchers really well, thanks to JDRF, it was very easy for me to know which of these trials I would like to consider, because I thought, one of the most important things we as those with type 1 diabetes have is the ability to participate in clinical trials. And the science will never go forward unless we participate, whether you're a control in a trial or whether you're a participant in a trial with the disease that is being addressed. It is our role to make sure that these trials are filled, and that they're filled and completed in as quickly as possible ability, so that we can actually move the science along and get it to the point where others can actually benefit from it. I'm a big proponent of it being involved in any way you can, if it's right for you, if the risks and the benefits really work out for your life and your lifestyle. And, truth be told, the care you get when you're in a clinical trial is some of the best care you'll receive in your life. So, and that won't cost you anything too. So that's something to consider. But if all that is understood, then my question is, why wouldn't we do this? Why wouldn't we help the science move forward? It's our role, especially if we're involved in JDRF, to make sure that the science actually comes to fruition. My advice for anyone who's thinking about participating in a clinical trial is to really learn as much as you can about your options, and talk to your physician. Talk to your physician about, what if I were to participate in this trial? Would you recommend that for me? Why or why not? And then, do you know these researchers? Tell me what you know about them. Do your own homework on those researchers. And I would definitely recommend asking the researchers who are running that trial, can you talk to other patients who have been through this? And if you can't, which may be for privacy reasons, which is understandable, is there anything written by any of these participants that you could read? Something to give you an idea of what the trial really would be like on a day-to-day basis. I think that really helped me much. I would say, in addition to speaking with the researchers themselves and asking all the questions I could, speaking with people who were in the trial was enormously helpful, so they can give you an idea of what it really would be like. And would it be right for you? Would it be something that would help you or would it be something that might not work out for you for a variety of reasons, your lifestyle, your family situation, your job, all those sorts of things. Do keep in mind, though, that if you do participate in a trial and you have all that information ahead of time, that really the benefits of a trial that you feel like is right for you can be so much more than you ever could have anticipated. The feeling of accomplishment for actually helping the science move forward is so much bigger for me than I ever anticipated that it would be. And I felt like the least I can do is tell everyone to consider it and to think about how important it is for us to be part of moving science forward. We worked so hard to raise money for the research, but we also have to make sure these trials are filled. And if it's right for you, please consider it. Also, I would say, if you feel like this might be the right thing for you, I would say to go and speak with people who have been in other trials and what their experience was. Talk to people who have decided not to be in trials and why. I think really talking to other patients is so important for so many reasons, and we know how important social media is for each other and what we learn from each other that others can't understand, that don't have type 1 diabetes. I would say all of these things are really important, and to me it was speaking with other patients or reading about their situations that was the reason I decided to do it. And I really wanted to feel like that I was helping do everything I could to move the science forward.